Tonight, the sports Rort saga hits home. Josh Frydenberg gave thousands to local sporting clubs just before the election. We emailed him to find out why. Restaurants reopen, but the coronavirus outbreak continues with over 1,000 dead and 50,000 infected across the globe.
Can I get a Big Mac?
A Toorak school rocked by a TikTok scandal, and a proposal to change the name of the AFL. Good evening. Kooyong MP Josh Frydenberg is under fire over the sports Rort scandal, with new details being released over thousands of dollars given to local sport clubs, including the Camberwell Junior Football Club. Nearly all of the grants were given just days before last year's election, the one the Treasurer won, despite close contests from Julian Burnside and Oliver Yates. Benedict Puglisi has been following the story and he joins me now live from the newsroom. Good evening to you, Ben. How many grants were actually handed out?
Yeah. Good evening, Leo. 6 grants were handed out last year, the largest being a whopping $500,000 being given out to the Hawthorn Malvern Hockey Centre. That was just announced just days before the last federal election in May, and this was won by the smallest margin ever in this seat, just ahead of Julian Burnside from the Greens and independent Oliver Yates. Back to you, Leonardo.
Alright, thanks Ben. As we just mentioned, many of those grants were handed out just days before the federal election, which was the closest in recent years for the Kooyong electorate. If you recall, Josh Frydenberg just kept his seat against Julian Burnside and Oliver Yates. There was a notable swing though, Burnside just 11% behind the Treasurer in the preferences. We actually emailed Josh Frydenberg to get some answers on this. He did not respond. In other news tonight, a group of masked men have used paint bombs to cover Melbourne's Hoyser Lane's famous street art. The vandal attack was captured on camera by shocked onlookers, with Lord Mayor Sally Capp condemning the incident.
They are criminals. They have really assaulted a part of the city that's very special.
Charges have not yet been laid. Some restaurants across Melbourne have begun to reopen, others have completely shut down following the major coronavirus fears that has gripped the entire world. Authorities in China say over 1,000 people have died and more than 50,000 have been infected, although speculation is growing over a potential cover-up by the Chinese government, with some social media users saying the amount of cases must be more. Authorities strongly dispute these claims. The Australian Defence Forces released new vision from the Gippsland region following devastating bushfires over the summer. The drone video shows what the situation looks like from the air, with separate videos released by locals from the ground showing the devastation at the Cape Conran Coastal Park, with the iconic park's house, office and several cabins being destroyed. The former manager Carla Puglisi spoke to local radio.
It's pretty dire at the moment. We've got a lot of people who sort of rely on our visitors that come to Cape Conran every year, and at the moment we've been closed since late December and all the way through January and now this basically.
3 Melbourne schoolgirls have found themselves at the centre of a controversy tonight after a TikTok video showed them driving through a McDonald's drive-thru despite being no older than 13.
Can I get a Big Mac? Superstar for the prize!
All girls were dressed in uniform for St Catherine's School in Toorak, the school now making a statement telling News.com the incident occurred while they were under the supervision of a family guardian. A proposal to change the name of the AFL has divided footy fans across the country, but now AFL House has confirmed their stance on the matter, saying there are no plans to rename the men's competition to AFL-M. The controversy began with an interview on ABC podcast Outer Sanctum when AFLW boss Nicole Livingstone was asked about the potential name change. There have also been similar calls in recent years for name changes in the BBL and NBA. And that is 6 News for this Sunday. You can find all our top stories using the hashtag 6NewsAU. I'm Leonardo Puglisi. Thanks for your company. Good night.